educated.
All right, man, we got some breaking news. I just was sitting by the phone and the Detroit Pistons just hired Monty Williams. I was all checking out everything that was going on with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, and I was like, you know what, dude, um, I'm not even about to get up and make a video. I did a short in my bed real quick on that for my other channel. Check it out, Goodfella TV. But then, as soon as I got done reading that, I'm laying in the bed and I was watching the Avatar Last Airbender on Netflix. I'm laying in the bed or whatever, and it popped on my phone. Well, the Pistons hired Monty Williams, 6 years, $72 million. Sham. So I like the hire. Obviously, it was a lot of money to pass up. He still is owed a reported $21 million from the Phoenix Suns. Um, you just hope that his heart is in the right place in his job, and it's not just about the money. Because when you do something that's just about the money, then the passion not there. But I'm gonna tell you why I like it and why I don't like it. And the only reason I don't like it because it only looked like he did the job because of the money, and he didn't get another opportunity with another franchise. And had it probably been around 70% or around probably maybe half the money to go to Milwaukee or Philadelphia, he probably would have done so. All right. And I ain't knocking him, man. At the end of the day, if you got $21 million and at 51 years old, I mean, I know he lost his wife and you hate to hear that. But if I got that amount of money at 51 years old, maybe I'll chill for a minute. But guess what? If you out there circulation, then you might not get that opportunity again. I mean, you had Toronto circling around as well too. And you got to remember what happened with Kenny Atkinson too. He sat there and he passed up the Charlotte Hornets job, which turned out to be last year turned out to be a good thing for him. I thought he would a good fit for the Pistons. Did a good job, young job with the young Brooklyn Nets. Good job with the young Brooklyn Nets, excuse me. So I thought he would kind of pretty much be a fit for the Detroit Pistons, honestly. But I like Monty Williams. We just hope it just wasn't about the money. All right. If it's about the money, then is his heart really gonna be in it? Oh, I don't want the job. I didn't believe in the Pistons or whatever it may be. But that's the only thing I don't like because um, it looked like it was just about the money, bro. And he just came. He said no to a big money offer before. Then he came back to. Then he came back to his senses, and they offered some more money, and they say never take the first offer. So so hey, that's the only thing I don't like is his heart not in the place. Now, what I really like about the hire, I'm about to tell y'all the truth. What I really like about it is that now Troy Weaver kind of like, Troy Weaver really can't, um, he really can't force on him. They really can't force on him that on Monty Williams to make him play Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes, the best guy will play. And if Duran is the best guy for Wiseman, if Wiseman is the best guy for Duran, and so on. So that's what I like about this. You get an objective point of view where you don't have, Dwayne Troy Weaver hiring his homeboy, and they, basically believe in the same thing, and believe in forcing square pegs and round holes. But Sham said breaking Monty Williams and Detroit Pistons have agreed in principle to a 6 year, $72 million deal for Williams to become the franchise's new head coach. Sources tell me and James Edwards the third, the deal, shout out to him, Detroit Reporter, is expected to be finalized in the coming days. So, um, yeah. If you count, that's around that's like 12 million a year, bro. Yeah. That's like 12 million a year that he got. So that's a little bit north of the 10 that was reported. So he getting 12 million a year to come coach the Detroit Pistons. And if you had concerns about if you had concerns about Tom Gores being financially committed, even though he took a financial loss by moving the team to Detroit, I mean, your question being answered, uh, you know, right then and there. But I like it because it give you but All right, so I'm gonna kind of talk about this too. All right, but give me a minute. Maybe I kind of get into detail tomorrow about this and make it its own separate video. But I kind of drop something in a second. But yeah, with Monty, bro, I just like it that he gonna be somebody, kind of who Troy Weaver wasn't looking at. Tom Gores wanted, so it'll give him another point of view on some of these players, an objective point of view, and he won't be forced to coach those guys. I mean, we won't have to be forced to play those guys that he really don't like. So he gonna come in, he gonna give an objective point of view to some of the young talent, and him and Troy Weaver can kind of go from there. But yeah, it's a great hire. I think it's a great transition going from him to going to him to Dwayne Casey, because they both guys of integrity, kind of give you Jim Caldwell vibes. Um, Yeah, they both guys of integrity. They both know how to speak to players. I mean, at 51, he's not too old, neither not too young. So, ultimately, I think the only reason I don't like it is if he just did it for the money. That's the only reason I could say that I wouldn't like it. But then again, some people top main motivator is money though. But I don't think it's an offer that he can pass down. And like I said before, I like he gonna come in. I think the best player gonna play. They brought him in with enough time in the draft process so they can make a decision before. But the only bad thing about it, not kind of just because of him, the only bad thing about it is simply that Troy Weaver just never got an opportunity. He never got an opportunity to pick his own coach. That's the only bad thing about it. He never got an opportunity to pick his own coach, and I think that's just gonna give him an excuse why it didn't work. But apparently they didn't like the coaching people that he was bringing in. They didn't interview well, and the one person they did like, he had no ties to him, in which that was Charles Lee. That was Charles Lee. So that most people felt like if Monty didn't get hired, it was gonna be Charles Lee. And hey, so be it. But Kevin Ollie, that's who we wanted. He couldn't get his boy in the door, and I think what kind of hurt Kevin Ollie the most was that Troy Weaver homeboy got caught for that situation with the essay, that situation with old girl. So that kind of hurt them as well too. But also, this will make him the highest paid coach in the NBA, and I'll speak on this tomorrow. But just like how players in Detroit Lions didn't want to stay in Detroit, so they would ask for more money than they worth, and Detroit would have to overpay guys just to keep them in the Lions. So, um, in this case, they had to make this dude the highest paid coach in the league to get him just to come to Detroit, and that's just one thing. Um, you know, that's kind of crazy to me. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pod, Spotify, and Anchor. Excuse me, only. Don't forget to check out my main channel, Goodfella TV. But I love to hire. I approve of it. Peace.